What's going on, guys? Josh Pocock here, and in today's video we are going to be taking a look at the new Windsurf AI IDE editor. This is made by the creators of Codium, which they claim to be the best AI powered code extension that you could use with VS Code. And now it seems that they are coming after Cursor. They got some really cool features that we're going to cover in today's video and see the specific use cases for these, go over how it's actually different from Cursor and how some people may even say it beats Cursor. Let's dive right into it. All right, guys, so in yesterday's video, we mentioned that Cursor just acquired Super Maven, and now Codium just released Windsurf, and it seems that the AI IDE race right now, the war, is really starting to heat up. There's many different AI IDEs, and we're going to cover more on this channel as well. We've covered a bunch already, Pair AI, Void, etc. But as of now, we kind of seen that Cursor has maintained the lead, at least in the general sense. Most people would say that. But Windsurf by Codium, I definitely think has some potential here, and also some cool features that actually are better than Cursor's. And I'll let you guys be the judge to decide what you think is best. All right, guys, so Windsurf is built to keep you in flow state. They claim to be the first agentic IDE and then some. So the Windsurf editor is where the work of developers and AI truly flow together, allowing for a coding experience that feels like literal magic. All right, so all links will be linked in the description down below. So definitely recommend checking those out because you can actually watch this video right here, which does give a good explanation up to Windsurf. And to simply get started, you can actually just download Windsurf editor right here. So you can download it. There's one for Mac, one for Windows, Linux, etc. And it is a fork of VS Code. So we've seen that with Cursor, we've seen that with Pair AI, we've seen that with many different AI IDEs, and there's a few other ones that I was going to do some videos on that are forks of VS Code as well. So this is pretty standard at this point. The Windsurf editor is built for the way AI is meant to work for humans. Everything you love in Codium and more, with unmatched performance and user experience that keeps you in flow. So they have this concept here of flows, and they basically say that this is the way that humans are meant to work with AI. So flows equals agents plus co-pilots. So the Windsurf editor is powered by AI that can collaborate with both you like a co-pilot and tackle complex tasks independently like an agent. So the AI is completely in sync with you every step of the way. So we can see agent here, co-pilot, and then flows. So this is like the collaboration merged with agentic independence. So then it's showing some different examples of what a flow may look like. And just to quickly cover this concept of flows a little bit more in depth, we can see here how humans work. So before the year 2022, humans and keyboards worked in unison, and code development was completely done manually every single line. Then how co-pilots work. So in 2022, LLMs took the world by storm and co-pilots were introduced to help you complete tasks. And then how agents work. So in early 2024, the world was introduced to the concept of agents, which is meant to complete entire workflows autonomously through access of tools and advanced reasoning capabilities. However, early iterations resulted in unreasonable waiting periods and subpar output that took more time to review. And then how flows work. So in November 2024, we introduced a new way of working with AI called flows. This innovation syncs the developer actions with the AI in real time, enabling seamless continuous collaboration where the AI adapts to the developer's work without needing to be brought up to speed on the scope of work. And another video here that you can check out now. There's like more information you can check out on their website, as well as I would definitely recommend checking out their docs. Okay, this goes over Windsurf, getting set up, Cascade, which is basically Cursor Composer alternative, some advanced features here, and pretty much anything you would need to know. Now, before we dive into Windsurf, let's quickly take a look at their plans here. So I'm not going to dive in depth here, but you can kind of see they got a free plan right here, which pretty much includes a lot of the features. The only issue is you got read-only mode for Cascade. You get unlimited of, these features right here. But then there's the Pro plan, which is $10 per month. You get unlimited access to larger Codium models, unlimited access to GPT-4o, Claude Sonnet, unlimited access to Super Complete. You get Cascade, so full 1,000 steps per month, expanded context lengths. You know, you can see you know, all this other stuff here. I'm not going to go through it all, but as you can see, it is $10, which is 50% of Cursor. So here's Cursor. Their website actually just got an upgrade today, so that's pretty interesting. I definitely like it a lot better, but that maybe is a hint that we may see some updates coming, especially since they just acquired Super Maven. I know they're going to be improving their tab feature, but anyways, we can see here their pro plan is $20 a month, and you only get 500 fast premium requests per month, and you know, certain limitations here. So just by looking at the plans, I mean, it is 50% less. It looks like you know, Windsurf's is a little bit better, but you know, if I used it, you know, for a full month and really got to see if there was any limitations, it would give me a better understanding. And lastly, before we open up Windsurf, I just want to go over this document here. This will be in the description down below, so you can check that out if need be. This just includes some of the key links, as well as some information about Windsurf, as well as a bunch of information. You know, I took notes and kind of extrapolated from a video I actually saw a few months ago about Codium. And it actually very much intrigued me, and it was pretty interesting what the video covers. I'll leave a link to the video as well, which is right here. It's this video that was posted on AI Engineer 3 months ago, and it's them basically explaining why their context awareness within their you know, pair programmers are so good. So they go over the limitations of traditional context methods, you know, such as long context windows, fine tuning, embeddings. They kind of go over their secret sauce. So that is custom models, proprietary infrastructure, product driven approach. And then their solution, which they call mQuery, which basically, instead of relying on embeddings, Codium runs parallel language models, computations on each item in the code base, which allows for deep high-dimensional reasoning over code elements and high-confidence context retrieval, so accurately ranks relevant context by considering active files, recent commits, and project structure, provides personalized code suggestions that align closely with the user's existing code base, and they use real-world metrics like recall at 50 to assess how much of the relevant context is captured in the top retrieved items, and they focus on practical utility over theoretical benchmarks. All right, so I'll leave a link to this video down below, like I said, which I would definitely recommend checking out, but let's go ahead and dive into Windsurf. All right, guys, so this is Windsurf. As you can see, it is, you know, a VS Code fork. So we got all of our typical VS Code stuff over here. And we have Remote Explorer here, Dev Containers, SSH, Windsurf. So that's some of the advanced stuff. You can check that out in the docs. We got our extensions over here. Now, when you first download the app, you're going to have to create a Windsurf account. So it will prompt you to do so. Just go ahead, create a free account, and then it will take you back here. I believe you get 2 weeks of Pro, right? So you'll be able to access the Pro features, and then if you want, you can upgrade. Now, the way you actually interact with, you know, their AI features is up here. This is going to open Cascade. You could also do Command or Control L to open and close Cascade right here. Are you tired of pouring thousands of dollars into appointment setters only to watch leads slip away? Imagine having a team of elite sales agents booking qualified appointments for you around the clock. No more wasted time on training, no more frustration with performance, and no more draining your budget on inconsistent and expensive call centers. Introducing Stride Agents, AI-powered appointment setters that work 24/7, never get tired, and book appointments while you sleep. Trained on thousands of successful conversations, our AI agents outperform human teams at just 1/10 of the cost. Join the ranks of businesses that doubled their appointments and booking rates in just a matter of weeks. Don't get left behind in the AI revolution. Visit strideagents.com now and transform your entire sales process with cutting-edge AI technology. It's time to accelerate your stride with AI agents. Okay, so a few things to note with Cascade right off the bat. You have either write or chat. So if you're on write, it's going to write with Cascade. So kick off a new project, make changes across your entire code base. This is essentially like Cursor Compose. We go over here to chat. You can see chat with Cascade. This is where you can ask questions, request suggestions to your code base or coding in general. So this is just like your typical chat within Cursor. Over here, you can select your desired model. So you can do GPT-4o, Claude Sonnet 3.5, or the Cascade base. And here you'll see start with history. So control and then enter. So this will start with history, with Cascade, with full awareness of the recent changes you have made to your code base. So let's say you just added a new file, you know, an external file, or you added some external code from somewhere else, or you made some changes. Cascade will actually pick up on those changes, and it will know to take those changes into context with your your query here. So that's pretty cool. The whole context awareness side of Windsurf is what makes it really unique, the way they actually do it. So that's really where the beauty of Windsurf lies, with their context awareness. You can pretty much do changes or to the code base, and it will already have context. You don't actually have to give it context like, hey, I just made these changes, or hey, I changed this variable name. Like if you've been using Cursor, you will know that if you do stuff like that, then it could just it won't maintain context of those changes. You'll have to actually let it know, or like you run into some issues. So that's a really nice thing with Windsurf. All right, so just for testing things out here, we can say build Splitwise right here. All right, so we can see here it is building Splitwise right now. So to build Splitwise, we need a backend right here, RESTful API, front end, dependencies, documentation. So let's start by creating the structure of the project. I'll start by creating these files. So it's using app.py for backend API, requirements.txt for dependencies, readme for project documentation. So we can see here, created a diff, created here. So it's creating these files. Human in the loop right here. So we can go ahead and click accept. It's going to run pip install requirements. So it's saying Cascade encountered an error. Internal error in this step. So Cascade changes are saved to your files. You can continue your workflow or review them here wherever you're ready. So we can click accept all, for example, similar to Cursor Compose. Okay, so it's asking, shall we start implementing the database models? I'm going to say yes, and I'm pasting in the error that we got here. So it's saying, let's update your requirements and create the necessary data models. So edited requirements right here. You could open the diff right here. So if I open diff, we can see right here where we could accept changes or reject those changes. Now it's creating our file for the data models right here, updating our main application file to integrate these models. Okay, so as it was just editing there, as you saw, it just made those changes. The one thing I don't like is with Cursor, you can see the changes kind of like it's typing them, it's streaming them. I would prefer that opposed to just having it all appear there. Okay, let's go ahead and click accept. It's asking, would it like us to implement the front end interface, or would you prefer to add some backend functionality? All right, I'm just saying implement whatever is easiest, just to get a decently impressive running app to test ASAP. Okay, so it's going to create a functional front end using the Flask template and some basic bootstrap for styling. And it is a VS Code fork, but they did include some of their own styling, I believe, here. Pretty much just everywhere. It is a different feel out of box, which you will notice. There are pre-made themes and stuff you can change and whatnot with it when you first open it up. I actually kind of like the styling that they have, though. Okay, so it created these templates right here and in our templates file. So we can see the base, dashboard, login, register, and now it updated our app.py to with those updates. Now it's going to ask us to pip install requirements. I'm going to click accept. And one thing we can see here is we can see these specific options. So we can accept all changes in this file, reject all changes, navigate to previous changes or the next change, navigate to previous file changes, and navigate to next file with changes. Okay, so I was just running into some issues. I just asked it, should we start a virtual environment? It said yes. So let's start that. We're just running into some dependency issues. So now it should be good to pip install requirements. Okay, so now it's going to activate the virtual environment and install the dependencies. As you can see here too, I have no specific theme from VS Code, and we have these icons here. So that's kind of cool. All right, now it's pip installing requirements. Looks like everything is going a lot better here. So this is nice. This is something Cursor does not have, where when you actually run commands, it actually will show the output right here in the composer or in the Cascade, which is really nice. Okay, so the dependencies are installed. Now it's saying let's run the Flask app. We can go ahead and click on accept. Okay, so we got some issues here. I'm going to copy that, paste it in here. Okay, so it's picking up the compatibility issues between different versions of some of the packages. So it's changing that, and then it's going to reinstall that. All right, now it's going to try running the app again. Okay, as you can see, a development server has been started now. So let's go ahead and check this. Okay, as you can see here, we got Splitwise clone right here. We can go ahead and click on register. Josh, gmail.com, register. Okay, let's go josh@gmail.com. Josh, log in. Okay, we're in Splitwise clone right here. We can create a group. Let's go test. All right, we could add expense right here. So test amount, add expense. You go to our dashboard. Okay, so it looks like the adding of the expense isn't showing anywhere. So I'm going to go tell it that. All right, so I'm just saying the adding of the expense isn't showing or working. Can we also make the app look a lot nicer and modern and have some additional cool features, please? Okay, so it's editing some of these files and it's going to add a better UI with modern design, expense dashboard with summary, detailed expense tracking, balance overview, and settlement suggestions. Okay, so we can see that it completed those changes here. Let's go ahead and check out our app. Okay, so as you can see, it's a lot nicer. We even got a little bit of a logo here. We got some icons up here. Let's go ahead and log in. So josh@gmail.com and password is Josh. Wow. Okay, so this is a lot nicer. Okay, so as we can see, even those ones I did before, they were actually getting inputted into the database, but we just couldn't see them. So now we can see a recent activity. We can see our groups right here. Like, this is a lot nicer than I expected just with 2 prompts. Okay, so we can add expenses here. Okay, we can add our amount. We can do a split type. So split equally, split by exact amount, split by percentages. Wow. We're going to put our members here, member percentages, whatever. This is like exactly kind of how Splitwise works. If you used that before. Wow. Okay. So you actually have to put the number there. So that's good. Okay, running into some issues with adding expenses, so I let it know to fix that. I also let it know to allow us to add or subtract the amount of members that will be in the split instead of just having it stuck at 3. I told it to add some graphs and to make it look cooler with some more advanced features and all that good stuff. So let's see what it actually comes up with. Okay, so it made those changes, enhanced expense handling, group details page, new features, UI improvements. Let's go ahead and accept. All right, we're just going to trust the process and accept all. Okay, we're going to have to log in again. Okay, so as you can see here, we just added a new one right here, a new expense. And this is the expense, as you can see here, test. So we have a test page, or we have an expense page where we can see the group balance, total expenses. You can see a graph here of the distribution and expense history. We can view each expense, delete them, all right, etc. Obviously, you could spend some time making this a lot nicer. I just wanted to show you guys that you can add some features fairly easily. This is, of course, just a simple test app that we're using here. But all in all, guys, this is pretty impressive, I would say, for sure. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below, guys, if you think this rivals Cursor. All right, guys, so also a few other features that I didn't mention is one, of course, you can highlight specific things in your IDE. You can click Control I and you'll be able to, you know, ask Windsurf. You can choose the model, whether it's Codium Fast, GPT-4o Mini, GPT-4o, or Claude Sonnet 3.5. You can also do the same thing in your terminal. So down here in the terminal, we can go Control I, and then we can ask questions about, you know, information in our terminal, which is pretty cool. Also, guys, just like Cursor, Composer with Cascade, if you want to revert back to a step, you can simply come up here and click on Revert to this step, and that will return the app to the, you know, that location, just like Composer. And there's still some really cool features and different things that I didn't get to cover fully in this video, guys. You know, so I would definitely recommend, like I said, checking out the docs, checking out that video, checking out the document that I made for you guys down below, and trying out this tool for yourself. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below, guys. Do I think this beats Cursor? I think, you know, it's hard to fully say. I'm going to be using both these tools, but I will say for sure, I think this is one of the IDEs, probably one of the top, if not the top IDE that we've covered, that is a competitor to Cursor so far. You know, I think it's really good. I think it has some really unique things. And I think the context awareness just alone is something that I will absolutely love, especially working with large code bases. You'll tend to find with Cursor, it can get a little, you know, messy, you know, when you're trying to do specific things and trying to feed it specific context. With Codium and Cascade and Windsurf, it's supposed to be a lot better. All in all, I'm really excited for it. You know, on the other hand, too, we are going to see some improvements with Cursor, too, now that they acquired Super Maven. So it will be exciting to see these AI races. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below, guys. What is the best AI IDE? Is it Cursor? Is it Zed? Is it Windsurf? What do you guys think? If you're new to the channel, we upload videos all the time on AI, marketing, sales, business growth. So if you like that type of content, you got some value here, make sure to comment down below, like the video, and subscribe to stay up to date with the uploads. Also, too, guys, if you haven't already joined our free community, stridecommunity.com, I'll leave a link down below for our free Facebook group and Discord channel. And then also, too, guys, if you run a business and you need help with your systems, your marketing, your sales, implementing AI agents into your business like AI cold callers, AI appointment setters, anything like that, book a call down below at executivestride.com/apply and we can see if it's a fit. Other than that, guys, I will see you in the next video. Keep hustling, keep grinding, and of course, guys, accelerate your stride. Take care.